Hello, this is your Park Hopper Daily weekly newscast for February 18th, 2021.
Performing better than expected, the Walt Disney Company reports $2.6 billion in losses in its first fiscal quarter. Masks and social distancing requirements are expected to continue throughout 2021, but may lessen as more become vaccinated for COVID-19. Annual pass holders get a new discount. 2022 Walt Disney World vacation packages drop a super secret offer for Grand Floridian, and it appears the Park Pass system is here to stay, at least through 2023. All of that and so much more coming up. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Anita Boyer here with your Park Hopper Daily weekly newscast. Tonight, I am sporting this fabulous shirt from Magic Memories Apparel. Look, it says Mrs. And Joe has a matching one that says Mr. Joe and I were lucky recipients of these shirts from Magic Memories Apparel. It's an awesome UK designer, and when we were in Disney last year for our honeymoon, we actually hit all 4 parks in our shirts in one day, and it was so cool to send her the photos of us in these shirts. She told us that she got really emotional seeing them because it was the first time she'd seen her shirts in a Walt Disney park, or in Walt Disney World. So that was really exciting. She has a really cool snack design out now and a new decal that looks amazing on mirrors. So you should check her out. I know she's on Instagram at Magic Memories Apparel. For our show today, we're trying something a little new. If you're tuned in live on Facebook, our show is every Thursday at 8 p.m. on Facebook Live. Find us at facebook.com/parkhopperdaily. When we get to the question segment, I will be taking questions live from our studio Facebook audience. So get your questions ready to go. Bonus points if you like and share this video right now. I'll wait. Okay, thanks, friends. Here's your news. On February 11th, the Walt Disney Company reported its first quarter earnings, including a loss of $2.6 billion. While the Parks and Experiences division suffered a 53% decline in park revenue in the first quarter, the success of Disney Plus reaching 94.9 million subscribers, with 1.46 million subscribers reported between Hulu, ESPN Plus, and Disney Plus membership programs, offset that blow, with many financial analysts viewing the quarterly results as a win for the company that has suffered tremendously as a result of the COVID-19 virus pandemic. Nearing almost a year since Disney parks and most of the world went into a shutdown as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic, Disney theme parks in California and Paris remain shuttered, and according to Chapek, are not expected to reopen in the second fiscal quarter, which runs through the end of March. Neither Chapek or CFO Christine McCarthy would estimate when Disneyland Resort in Anaheim would reopen to theme park guests during the conference call discussing the first quarter results. Walt Disney World in Florida and Shanghai Disney remain open, as is Tokyo Disney, all with reduced park capacity and other COVID-19 measures in place to protect guests and cast members. Hong Kong Disney, as it was announced earlier this week, will reopen on Friday, February 19th. Chapek did estimate that Disney World, along with all Disney parks, would likely be mask-free for guests, with social distancing requirements lessened come 2022. This is when it is expected that the vaccination for COVID-19 will be widespread. Until that point, however, even with vaccinations slowly amping up nationwide, it is expected that mask and social distancing requirements will remain in effect at Disney parks worldwide. Quote, "We have no doubt that when we reopen up in parks that were closed or increase capacity, that we will have some level of social distancing and mask wearing for the remainder of this year. That is our expectation," unquote. Chapek also noted that the demand is there for the theme parks, with attendance and reservations on the rise. He said that while Disney World is currently operating at 35% capacity, he expects that capacity will grow based on the rate of vaccination for the virus. Quote, "We have ample demand for our parks. Despite everything that has happened with the pandemic, we have made a pretty big impression on our guests and prospective guests in terms of safety measures to give assurances to people that they should come and bring their families. And we are very, very pleased with the response." Unquote. We have the first full quarter earnings report and audio from that phone conversation available at our website, parkhopperdaily.com. To the surprise of many travel agents, this week, Disney released tickets and resort packages for 2022, available to book through the company itself or through a travel agency. Noticeably absent still is the ability to book one of the Disney dining plans. The company suspended dining plans after reopening in the summer of 2020, with restaurants only operating with limited capacity as a result of COVID-19. Frankly, I always thought that the Disney dining program was a major ripoff. But that's some tea that we don't need to spill. Currently, packages are available to book 500 days in advance. Only resorts that are currently open are available for booking, although if other resorts, like fan favorite Port Orleans, reopen to guest stays, they will become available to book at that time. Booking a resort package also does not guarantee admission to the theme parks. The Park Pass system will remain in effect as of now through January 14th, 2023. Annual pass holders have been offered a limited time 25% discount. Honey, we gotta order some stuff. Shopdisney.com. Get on the computer. I'm using the computer for the show. Okay. After the show, we gotta order some stuff. I'm really excited about that news. What can I say? Okay. Through February 21st through February 24th at both shopdisney.com and at Disney-owned stores nationwide. Babe, Tanga. We gotta hit Tanga. In Riverheads, we're gonna go to Tanga. We gotta go to the outlet store. I'm so glad, just tangent. I'm gonna break from my news for a second. I am so happy that we have a Disney store. It's about 30 minutes away. It's at the Riverhead outlets, the Tanger outlets in Riverhead. We live on Long Island, on the East End in New York, and we have a pretty much weekly pilgrimage to the Disney store. So much so that when we were away on our honeymoon, when we finally came back and we were tested and quarantined and we were back to going out, we hit the Disney store again and the employees were like, "Oh my God, thank God, we were worried about you guys. We hadn't seen you in a couple months. We thought something happened." Is that a sign that we go to the Disney store too much? No. This discount, your annual pass discount, is available for purchases of $75 or more. Can you get something for less than $75 at the Disney store? I didn't know that. And when we say that this might get us to finally pull that trigger on that Swarovski Crystal Magic Kingdom castle, we are not joking. Joe doesn't need to know that. Shooting on Cruella, a live-action origin story of Cruella de Vil, the fashionable and nefarious villain from 101 Dalmatians, may have wrapped prior to the COVID-19 pandemic, but this week we got our first trailer for the film, scheduled to hit theaters on May 28th. Set in the 1970s punk rock revolution in London, Cruella follows the young Estella, a grifter with dreams of becoming a fashion designer, played, of course, by Emma Stone, who befriends two young thieves and catches the eye of Baroness von Hellman, a fashion icon played by Emma Thompson. The trailer is edgy and fun and showcases this wildly talented cast. This is honestly the first live-action film in some time. Okay, that's Catherine's words. This is honestly the first and only live-action film out of Walt Disney Studios that has origins in an animated feature that I am excited about. It looks different and original instead of a completely and utterly unnecessary rehash. Sorry, not sorry. I don't like the live-action remakes. Come at me! Okay, Dumbo was pretty good. I liked Dumbo. Any hoozles. Topiaries are popping up all over Epcot this week in advance of the Epcot International Flower and Garden Festival. Winnie the Pooh and friends are seen in the England Pavilion, as was Tinkerbell, Captain Hook, and Peter Pan himself. The playful pandas, personal favorites, are back at the China Pavilion, and Queen Anna and her sister Elsa have joined a troll over in Norway. The Epcot International Flower and Garden Festival is set to open on March 3rd, so keep checking back with us for updates on one of our favorite festivals. Hey, have you ever stayed at the Grand Floridian before? Because if you have, and only if you have, you've got to keep your eyes peeled to your inboxes for an exclusive offer from Disney. According to a source that is asked to remain anonymous, and with all of my journalistic integrity, I will keep them anonymous. If I can say the word anonymous, oh my God. An anonymous source says that the Disney company is offering a special for select nights from February 18th through June 10th, 2021. The special rate is by invitation only, as if being at the Grand Floridian didn't make you pompous enough. No, I'm just kidding. I love the Grand Floridian, for real. But this is a super secret, super exclusive, invitation only. So only previous guests of the Grand will be getting this notification. If you've stayed at the Grand Floridian before, it looks like, I do not have confirmation on this, but from what I read about it, it looks like this is for guests who have paid cash, not guests who have stayed in the DVC, the Disney Vacation Club villas for the Grand Floridian, because I didn't get the email, guys. I didn't get the email. Joe, can I have tissue? We didn't get the email. Thank you. Thank you. Anyway, now for your Disney bubble weather. This weekend in Florida, Friday, 78 degrees with scattered thunderstorms in the morning, becoming more widespread later in the day. Saturday is 66 degrees, mostly sunny. Sunday is 72 degrees and partly cloudy. Overall, can't complain. No, seriously, don't complain, because I will hunt you down and steal your park pass. All right, friends, well, it's time. It's time. I gotta get my little assistant, my little Vanna White over here. It's time to get some questions from our, it's time to do the thing. Cool. Wow, look at that. I asked some people for questions earlier just in case no one was on, but it looks like I have some. I am very excited. But my brother really wants to know. He wants to know, guys. He wants to know, does Max have a mother? If you've ever watched a Goofy movie, Max is Goofy's son. He's a goof. I think we could have many podcasts and myriad debates about if a goof is a dog or if it's a different species. There's always the Goofy Pluto conundrum. But I think Goofy is technically a goof, not a dog. So that's why he gets to stand up and wear clothes, and Pluto is still like with a collar. It's a little iffy in a world where animals are people, that they still have animal pets. It feels a little, I don't know. Anyway, so I don't have an answer. If you know who Max's mother is, please comment or shoot me a message, because my brother really wants to know, and I'd love to be able to help him out with that. But anyway, let's see if we've got any questions. What is the most popular Disney ride? That's a really good question. I don't know the statistics on this, but I would assume based on demand that Rise of the Resistance right now, usually whatever's newest is going to be the most popular. So Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway is usually pretty busy in Hollywood Studios in Florida and Walt Disney World. Also Rise of the Resistance is so busy that they have to have a virtual queue. So I think that, and that's usually like the one that everyone is making a big deal about trying to get on. Smuggler's Run also can get really packed. I mean, Hollywood Studios has like 3 of the really big ones. Flight of Passage in Animal Kingdom is usually pretty packed as well, but it's a few years old now, so maybe not as popular as the Hollywood Studios ones that have all opened within the last couple of years. Yeah, that's gonna be my answer to that. All right. We have a comment from fan Melanie Sue Maggie. Hi, Melly. I miss you guys, you and Skylar. Shout outs. Melly and Skylar have been watching me be ridiculous on Facebook Live since I was doing Case of the Mondays for This Is Why I Disney. And I really appreciate you guys, your love and your support and your awesome comments and questions. And I haven't mailed your stuff. I'm not going to charge you a shipping fee. They bought some of my paintings, and I've been so busy this week and the weather's been horrible, so I haven't been able to get to the post office. But I'm going to send them to you. Don't worry about the shipping. It's on me because it's late. But they got some paintings coming their way, and you should too. Shameless self-promotion. Okay, let's get another question. I also want Disneyland to open. I think that would be so great. Oh, thank you. Yes, we got some little tiki guys from the Polynesian. I actually have this is Maui from the Disney's Polynesian Resort. I got him and my favorite flowers, plumerias, tattooed on my leg because Disney, duh. Some people liked Beauty and the Beast. Okay, I love it. My mom liked Beauty and the Beast. Oh, speaking of my mother, I hope you like my lipstick this week. She was not a fan of my lipstick last week. She was the one who was binging the little alert, blowing up my phone. So funny. Is Tiffin's worth it? Okay, here's a question. At Animal Kingdom in Walt Disney World, there is a restaurant called Tiffin's. It's so you walk in, you make your way to the Tree of Life, you turn left. I don't know if you're looking at me if it's backwards, but anyway, this is my left hand. So it is to your right, just before you enter Moara, the land of Pandora. So if you've made it into Pandora, you've gone too far, just backtrack a little. It is the main sit-down restaurant beside the Nomad Lounge. The Nomad Lounge is kind of like where you could like sit and wait and chill before your table's ready, especially pre-COVID. Now everything is just a little bit more congested, but I cannot speak to my own personal experience because I usually make it as far as the Nomad Lounge and then just stay there all day. I love the Nomad Lounge. It is a little on the pricey side, and I've noticed on the menu, because when I'm feeling homesick, and by homesick I mean Disney sick, I just go on the My Disney Experience app and I peruse different menus of places that I haven't tried, including Tiffin's, and it looks a little pricey, but everyone that I know who has been has loved it. So I'm guessing that it is worth the price, but maybe it's not so worth the price that it's a must hit every single trip. But that it's definitely like worth trying if you have a special event that you are in Disney celebrating. Awesome. Oh, thank you, Kasha. Kasha likes my hair, my space buns. I wore my hair this way for the Lady Gaga concert in October of 2019 in Las Vegas with Kasha. It was amazing. Best outdoor seating besides Nomad Lounge. Wow. Okay, so the perk of having questions in advance is that I can like really think about it. Now I'm gonna have to just I am going to have to say that the best outdoor seating besides Nomad Lounge, because Nomad Lounge is my number one favorite right now. I think Epcot. Specifically, I love the Rose and Crown, which unfortunately I believe is being refurbed right now. I'm not sure if this seating area is available, but if you're looking for like table service, like a server to come out to you, Rose and Crown is great. And there's outdoor, like right on the water with beautiful views of World Showcase and those hideous barges that are now in the middle of the Seven Seas Lagoon. But I know that those are going to bring a really cool nighttime show, so I don't have any ill will towards them in particular. But I would have to say the Rose and Crown pub, the Rose and Crown dining. You can sit outside, and they have great selections if you like beer, if you like cider. I usually get a Strongbow myself. Yeah. Joe, last time we went, Joe was so excited to try a Scotch egg. That was another thing that was like really good to try the one time. I think we were like, just the once is good. Best Disney drink in your opinion and in theirs. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so this question comes to us from Kasha, who is my best friend on the planet, whether she admits it or not. So my personal favorite Disney drink is located at Oga's Cantina. It is called the Outer Rim, and it's basically the Batu version of a margarita. It comes with the classiest little, just not even a full, because I always get, because I always feel, okay, I've started 5 sentences, let me finish one of them. When I ask people, for a drink recommendation, I actually think the best way to go about that is to ask them what they typically drink, because everyone has different tastes and maybe your favorite drink in the park is not going to be mine. So let me tell you what I normally like. So if you like the same stuff, then I think that, this might be a good recommendation. For beer, I usually go with like a Corona, like a lager, light lager, something around there. I love making it a chelata, beer on the rocks with a salt rim and lime juice. That's a chelata. You should try it if you haven't. Also margaritas on the rocks with salt. I'm very much like a light, like lager kind of beer drinker, or a tequila type drink, usually margarita. That's my wheelhouse, okay? So in that wheelhouse, the Outer Rim is just the best drink on Disney property, hands down. It's super fun and classy. They use black rock salt, and it's just on the side. It's just like on a little bit of the glass. So it's not the full glass. So if you want to take a sip without salt, you're set. If you want to like lick a little extra salt, they're very generous with it. It's fabulous. And then it's also like a little, like a whipped, it feels like a light version of a Dole Whip, like little splash of like a sorbet kind of thing on top. It's so, it's amazing. I'm dying right now for one. And I don't know what Disney would describe as their best drink. Probably a Dole Whip is like the most popular. If you're looking for like a popular Disney staple, I'd have to go Dole Whip. All right, let's take a couple more questions. Oh, the French rosé. Oh, the French Rose from the Enchanted Rose. I had a great drink at the Enchanted Rose. They have, every season, they have a seasonal old fashioned, and their winter season old fashioned was absolutely amazing. Oh, let's see. Best resort for COVID. I think I might have talked about this in the past, but who doesn't love hearing about Disney's newest resort, the Riviera? I think that is the best resort for COVID times because of the transportation option of the Skyliner to Epcot and Hollywood Studios. It's also really easy to sit outside and eat. They have like a nice open breezy pool bar and outdoor dining. I know they have a terrace for Topolino. I don't know if there's seating. I haven't been to Topolino Terrace myself, but again, that's another place where it's a little pricey, but everyone who goes, it's like hands down, gotta do it. Just absolutely love it. So that seems like it's a little bit more weather dependent if you could like hang out outside. But it looks wonderful. Oh, Marie, I love it. Yeah, Marie had the seasonal old fashioned and she agrees. It's wonderful. Woohoo! Oh, some people are recommending not to get the Fuzzy Tauntaun. I couldn't do it. So the Fuzzy Tauntaun is another drink that's available at Oga's Cantina in Galaxy's Edge in Hollywood Studios. It's like a place inside a place inside a place inside a place. It's like one of those little Russian dolls of like how to get to like where the drink actually is. The Fuzzy Tauntaun is it's a drink that actually makes your mouth go kind of numb. So I don't know. I couldn't bring myself to try it. I know Joe. So one of my favorite things about Oga's Cantina, and then I'm going to wrap this up because I'm going a little long, but you don't mind. We're having fun. One of my favorite things about Oga's Cantina and Nomad Lounge, I have to say, is their extensive non-alcoholic beverage options. I feel like so much of like the fun, like fabulous, accessorized, look at what it can do, it lights up, or it's like got a cool mix, a cool name. They're all on the like drink menu, right? And there are a lot of people who, for myriad reasons, don't want to necessarily have alcohol. And I think it's really great. Oga's Cantina and the Nomad Lounge and Animal Kingdom in particular almost match like their cocktails for their non-alcoholic cocktails, like 1 for 1, instead of like a list of 20 like specialty cocktails, and like, or you could get a strawberry lemonade. Just like, okay, so maybe I don't necessarily want a strawberry lemonade or, you know, tea or coffee or whatever. But Oga's has a really fun, I think a Bespin Fizz. It has these little tapioca balls, or the little like juice ball thingies. Like it looks like little frog eggs, like little eggs. And there's actually a little, at the bottom of the glass, there's a little compartment where they put some dry ice, and then it causes like this wicked like reaction. The bubbles fizz. It looks like you're being handed a lab experiment, and that's your drink. And it's so much fun. And I don't know if you know this, but Joe is how many years? 34 years? 35 years?
Yeah.
Joe is 35 years sober. Sober, my friends. 35 years sober. I'm so proud of that in him, and I think that's so cool. And I know a lot of other people who follow us have reached out and shared their own journeys in sobriety. For about 4 weeks of our Disney honeymoon, I didn't drink because I just wanted a little cleanse, a little detox. It can be a lot. And I think that it's so great when Disney offers options that are still fun and vacation-y and exciting, and like, we'll pay for it. I'm happy to pay for a non-alcoholic drink, and just like I would for my alcohol drink. So I think it's really cool that they seem to be putting more of an emphasis on that. Well, friends, I'm gonna see if this doesn't look too terrible if I read off this for a second. That's gonna wrap things up for this week. As always, I absolutely want to thank my Park Hopper Daily partner, Catherine Manu, for keeping our website chock full of everything Disney. Our Park Hopper Daily correspondents, Jamie at Jim Disney and John Sheridan at John Disguy and Disguy Mickey, and my beautiful, wonderful husband, Joe, who's standing right there. You should come wave and say hi. His Instagram is @DesigninGoe, and you should follow him because he posts a lot of amazing and artistic shots of Disney trips. It's a totally unique perspective on Disney, and I actually think that it would make a very fine addition to your living room. You should buy his artwork. Shameless self-promotion. He not only helps me with this show, but he also cooked a delectable dinner of chicken tikka masala and coconut rice. Yes, I'm hella spoiled, friends. We are now on iTunes. Find this weekly newscast as well as our brand new podcast on iTunes and possibly wherever you get your podcasts. If you don't see us, please let me know, because I set up the podcast myself, and I very likely might not have set it up on all the platforms. But friends, I am trying, I promise. So if you're listening to us right now via podcast, please don't forget to subscribe and give us 5 stars. This newscast is also, our podcast is called Park Hopper Daily. Everything's called Park Hopper Daily. All right. This newscast is also posted on Thursday evenings on YouTube, complete with a pop-up video style commentary by yours truly. If you are tuning in on YouTube, please subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up. Hit the bell for notifications, because friends, we got it going on. It's good stuff here. You can also find us on Twitter and TikTok at Park Hopper Daily, and on Instagram at Park_Hopper_Daily, because Park Hopper Daily was taken. I don't know. Okay. Word of mouth is the best possible advertisement, so if you are enjoying what you're seeing, please share us with whatever your preferred platform is and help us spread the weekly daily news. I am Anita Boyer. Oh, before we sign off today, very important, I really want to take a quick moment and just send our love and support and thoughts and prayers, and if you can make donations, send help, send whatever you can to our friends and Disney fans out in Texas. We're so sorry for everything that's going on, and our hearts are with you, and we truly, truly hope that the power comes back on and things heat up. And just know that, you know, you've got people around the world who are thinking about you and hoping for the best. Honestly, politics aside, you're human people, and we really hope that everything's okay. We love you all, every one of you, for tuning in. Thank you so much. That was a very fun experiment on the world of live questions. I really appreciated everyone who was here tonight. I love you. I'm Anita Boyer. This is Park Hopper Daily Weekly Newscast. Bye! Do, 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 do.